Welcome, my dear. I'm so glad you are here with me. I want you to settle in, just as you are, without needing to fix anything, without needing to perform or understand everything at once. You don't have to do this perfectly. You don't have to get it right. Healing is not something you force. It is something you allow. And right now, simply by listening, simply by being willing, you are already allowing more than you realize. Let me begin with a gentle truth, one that many of us were never taught. Your body is not your enemy. It never has been. Even when it hurts, even when it feels tired, inflamed, broken, or uncooperative, your body has not turned against you. It is not punishing you. It is not betraying you. Your body is your loyal friend, doing the very best it can with the information it has been given. Every ache, every symptom, every sensation is not an attack. It is communication. It is your body saying, please listen to me, please slow down, please care for me in a different way. And so many of us were taught to fight the body, to override it, to be angry with it, to say, why are you doing this to me? But my dear, when we speak to our bodies that way, the body tightens, it closes, it becomes afraid, and a frightened body cannot heal easily. So today, I want to invite you into a different relationship with your body, a relationship based on curiosity instead of judgment, kindness instead of criticism, trust instead of fear. You may even want to say softly to yourself right now, my body is not against me. My body is trying to protect me. And notice what happens inside when you say that. Perhaps your shoulders drop a little. Perhaps your breath deepens. That is your body responding to safety. Now let us go a little deeper, because this understanding opens the doorway to the fundamental principle of healing that I have seen again and again over the years. Illness is not random. It is not cruel. It is not a sentence. It is, very often, the outer expression of an inner belief that has been held for a long time. We all carry ideas in our consciousness, ideas about ourselves, about life, about love, about safety. And when an idea is loving, supportive, and true, the body reflects that harmony. When an idea is fearful, limiting, or punishing, the body reflects that tension. This is not blame. Please hear me clearly. You are not to blame for what your body is experiencing. You learned these beliefs. You absorbed them when you were small, when you were vulnerable, when you were trying to survive. And what is learned can be unlearned. What has been practiced can be gently released. Healing does not begin with punishment or discipline. Healing begins with awareness. When you change the thought, the body changes its response, not because you force it to, but because the body finally feels supported. And there is no punishment here. There is only invitation. Life is not saying, you are wrong. Life is saying, there is another way. You may want to let this sentence sink in. When I change the way I think, my body changes the way it responds. That is not pressure. That is power. That is choice. That is freedom. And now we arrive at something so important, something so tender. Trust. Trust is the first medicine. Before any supplement, before any practice, before any technique, the body heals best when it feels safe. Fear tells the nervous system to brace, to guard, to contract. Trust tells the nervous system to soften, to open, to repair. Many of us want healing, but we are afraid. Afraid it won't work, afraid it won't last, afraid of disappointment. And that fear, understandable as it is, keeps the body in survival mode. My dear, you do not need to convince your body to heal. You only need to stop frightening it. You do that with gentle thoughts, with reassuring words, with patience. You do that by letting your body know again and again, it is safe now. It is safe for me to heal. Say it even if part of you doubts. Say it even if your mind argues. The body listens to repetition. Repetition creates familiarity. Familiarity creates safety. And safety opens the door to healing. Trust is not blind faith. Trust is a soft willingness. Trust is saying, I don't know exactly how this will unfold, but I am willing to let it unfold. And when you do that, something inside you exhales. Which brings us to the next shift, one that changes everything. Many of us were taught that healing requires control. Control the body, control the symptoms, control the outcome, control every variable. And control, though it feels protective, actually creates tension. Control tightens. Control exhausts. Control isolates. Cooperation, on the other hand, relaxes. Cooperation restores. Cooperation connects. You are not meant to heal alone. You are not meant to do this by sheer willpower. There is an intelligence greater than your conscious mind. The same intelligence that digests your food, heals your cuts, regulates your breath while you sleep. Some call it the universe. Some call it life. Some call it God. I call it loving intelligence. And it is on your side. When you stop trying to control every step and begin to cooperate with life, the body receives support from places you could never force. Cooperation sounds like this. I am open to help. Cooperation feels like this. Letting yourself rest without guilt. Asking for support without shame. Trusting that you do not have to carry everything alone. You may want to whisper this now. I allow support to enter my body. Notice how different that feels from, I have to fix this. Allowing is feminine. Allowing is wise. Allowing is powerful. And I want to speak to you as a friend now, not as a teacher. You don't have to rush this. You don't have to heal on anyone else's timeline. You don't have to compare your journey to anyone else's. Your body is responding to love at its own pace. There may be days when you feel strong and hopeful, and days when fear creeps back in. That does not mean you are failing. That means you are human. Healing is not linear. It spirals. It revisits. It deepens. And each time you return to kindness, you go further than before. So when you notice yourself wanting to control, gently soften. When you notice yourself blaming your body, gently pause. When you notice fear tightening your chest, gently breathe and remind yourself, I am learning to trust life. I am learning to trust my body. I am learning to trust myself. Learning takes time, and time, my dear, is not your enemy either. So let us anchor this together. Your body is not against you. Your thoughts matter. Trust is medicine. Cooperation is healing. And you are not alone in this process. As you listen, as you breathe, as you allow these ideas to settle, something is already shifting. You may not see it yet. You may not feel it clearly. But life has heard your willingness, and life always responds to willingness. The universe loves you. Your body loves you. And healing is already in motion. And now, my dear, we move gently into the very center of this work, the place where healing does not come from effort, but from permission. There is nothing you need to figure out, nothing you need to remember, nothing you need to do correctly. Simply allow my voice to be with you, like a hand resting lightly on your shoulder, reminding you that you are safe enough to soften, If it feels comfortable, allow your eyes to close, and if they remain open, that is perfectly fine. Your body knows how to receive healing in its own way. Let us begin with the body. Take a slow breath in, filling your body like a soft wave, and gently breathe out. Now, without strain, allow yourself to lightly tighten your whole body, just enough to notice it. Tighten the feet, the calves, the thighs, the hips, the belly, the chest, the shoulders, the arms, the hands, the jaw, the eyes, the forehead. Hold for just a moment longer, and now gently let go. Let go completely. Feel the difference. Feel how your body responds when it is allowed to release instead of being pushed. Take another gentle breath, and as you exhale, feel your body sinking just a little deeper into support. The surface beneath you is holding you. You do not need to hold yourself. Your nervous system is allowed to come down now. You are not in danger. You are not being tested. You are simply resting in this moment. As your body softens, let us turn our attention to the mind, not to fight it, not to silence it, but to give it permission to rest. Imagine your fear for a moment, not as something wrong, but as a dark cloud that has been hovering nearby. You do not need to push it away. You do not need to analyze it. Simply imagine that the string holding it in place has been loosened, and now allow that cloud to drift. Watch it float further and further away, becoming lighter, thinner, less important, until it fades into the distance. And as it goes, you may quietly say to yourself, I do not need to carry fear to heal. Now, in the same gentle way, allow anger to soften, blame to loosen, guilt to melt, sadness to rest. You do not need to drag the past into this moment. I do not need to carry the past to heal the present. Let that sentence settle, not as an idea, but as a feeling. Now begin a slow, loving scan of your body. There is no right direction. Simply notice. Bring your awareness to the top of your head and imagine a warm, gentle light resting there, not forcing anything, just acknowledging. Allow that light to move slowly down across your forehead, your eyes, your cheeks, your jaw, softening the muscles that have worked so hard for you. Let it move down your neck and shoulders, places where so many of us store responsibility and worry. It is safe to put that down now. Let the light move through your arms, into your hands, all the way to the fingertips, reminding every cell that it is allowed. Feet. Feel how your whole body is now being gently included, gently acknowledged, gently loved. Your body is listening. Your body is responding. And now, my dear, let us go even deeper to a place where physical healing and emotional healing meet. Somewhere hope. This little one has done an extraordinary job, and often the parts of the body that hurt are connected to parts of us that did not feel seen or protected back then. Imagine this child now standing in front of you. Hold them close. Feel their small body relax against you, and softly say the words they have waited so long to hear. You are safe now. You are loved. You do not have to be alone anymore. Say it again, slowly. You are safe. You are loved. Feel how the child responds, how their breathing eases, how their body softens. And now, imagine this child becoming lighter, smaller, just the right size to fit comfortably into your heart. Place them there gently and feel the warmth of that connection. You are no longer separated from yourself. Now allow your awareness to expand just a little more. Imagine your mother, not as the adult you knew, but as a very small child herself, perhaps 4 or 5 years old, frightened, unsure, doing the best she could with what she had. You do not need to justify anything. You do not need to analyze the past. Simply see her as a child who also wanted to be loved. Gently reach out and hold her. Let her feel safety, perhaps for the first time. When she begins to relax, allow her to become smaller, light enough to rest in your heart alongside your own inner child. Now imagine your father as a small child, vulnerable, confused, longing for approval and care. Hold him as well, without judgment, without expectation. Let him feel what it is like to be soothed. And when he is ready, allow him to rest in your heart too. Feel how something ancient begins to loosen, how a very old story is no longer being carried in the same way. I am free from the old family story. Say that quietly to yourself. I am free. Notice now the space inside your chest. Feel the warmth, the openness, the gentleness that has been created. This is not imagination. This is your nervous system responding to love. This is your body recognizing safety. This is how healing begins naturally, quietly, deeply. Allow this feeling to spread through every cell, as if love itself were washing through you, clearing what no longer serves, strengthening what supports life. You do not need to hurry. You do not need to prove anything. You are doing enough simply by being here. And as you rest in this state, remember this, my dear. Your body wants to heal. Your heart wants to be at peace. And the universe is already cooperating with you. All is well in this moment. All is unfolding exactly as it needs to. And now, my dear, as your body and heart are already softened, as your breath has found its own gentle rhythm, we continue this healing scan, moving even more slowly, even more lovingly, trusting that your body knows exactly how to receive what it needs. There is nothing to push, nothing to improve, nothing to hurry. Healing happens when it is allowed, and right now, you are allowing. Bring your awareness gently to your scalp, the very top of your head, the place where life meets consciousness. Imagine a soft warmth resting there, not pressing, not fixing, simply acknowledging. Your scalp relaxes, your hair follicles soften, and beneath the surface, your blood begins to move with ease and grace. Blood is life, my dear. Blood carries oxygen, nourishment, vitality, and yes, even joy. You do not have to tell it where to go. Your body knows exactly where healing is needed. As the blood flows freely, it brings comfort, renewal, and gentle strength to every place it touches. You may want to whisper, I trust the flow of life within me, and feel how that trust allows circulation to improve naturally, effortlessly, perfectly. Now let this awareness move inward, into your mind, not as something to control, but as a space to clear with kindness. Imagine your mind as a room that has carried many old thoughts for a very long time. Some of them were never true, but they were repeated so often that they felt real. And now, gently, lovingly, imagine a kind, quiet vacuum moving through this space, not violently, not forcefully, just steadily removing what no longer belongs. It lifts away the old phrase, I'm not enough. It releases the heavy belief, I don't belong. It dissolves the habit of self-criticism that never truly served you. And as these old programs leave, there is room for something new to settle in. Softly, calmly, confidently, the new truth installs itself. I am enough. I belong. Say it silently or aloud. I am enough. I belong. And notice how your mind responds when it is treated as a safe place instead of a battlefield. My mind is a safe place. Let that become the atmosphere in which your thoughts now live. As the mind quiets, clarity begins to return in its own way. Bring your attention now to your memory, your focus, your perception. There is nothing broken here. There is nothing missing. Very often, memory and concentration soften when we stop attacking ourselves for not being perfect. Clarity is not something you force. Clarity is the natural result of peace. As self-blame fades, your awareness sharpens gently, kindly, without strain. Your mind remembers what it needs to remember. Your attention returns to the present moment without effort. You may say to yourself, "It is safe for my mind to be clear," and feel how that permission allows understanding to organize itself again, naturally and intelligently. Now allow this loving scan to move to your eyes, your ears, and your voice. These are the gateways of how you experience and express life. Your eyes relax, releasing the need to look for danger or disappointment. They are free now to see beauty, possibility, kindness. Your ears soften, releasing old harsh words you may have heard or repeated to yourself. From now on, you are allowed to hear good things about yourself. You are allowed to let praise in. You are allowed to let love be spoken to you. And your voice, my dear, your voice carries power. It carries presence. It carries worth. Allow your throat to soften, your jaw to release, your voice to feel safe expressing truth. You are allowed to be heard. You are allowed to take up space. Your voice matters because you matter. And now we move to the center of support and life itself. Your spine, your posture, your heart, your lungs. Bring awareness to your spine, from the base all the way to the top, and imagine it gently aligning, not rigid, not forced, simply supported. Standing tall is not arrogance, it is permission to exist. You are allowed to be here. You are allowed to stand in your life. Your posture adjusts naturally as the belief of worth settles in. Your heart softens, expands, opens in its own rhythm. This heart of yours has loved, has been hurt, has kept going anyway. It deserves tenderness. And your lungs, my dear, your lungs know how to receive life. As you breathe in, allow yourself to receive fully. As you breathe out, allow yourself to release completely. Breathing fully is a statement of trust in life. With each breath, you are saying yes to being alive, yes to being present, yes to being here. Let us now gently repeat this healing scan once more, even more slowly, even more deeply, allowing each area to be included again, because repetition brings safety, and safety brings healing. Your scalp relaxes again. Your blood flows again, carrying nourishment and joy. Your mind clears again, choosing loving thoughts over old patterns. Your memory and focus stabilize again, responding to peace. Your eyes, ears, and voice feel empowered again, supported by self-worth. Your spine, heart, and lungs align again, receiving life without fear. Nothing is rushed. Nothing is missed. Your body is responding in exactly the way it needs to. And as you rest in this state, remember this truth, my dear. You do not heal by fighting yourself. You heal by befriending yourself. Every loving thought, every gentle breath, every moment of permission strengthens the natural intelligence within you. Your body is listening, your mind is learning, your heart is opening, and life itself is cooperating with you. Stay here as long as you like. Notice your body as it is right now, without scanning, without correcting, without judging. Feel its weight. Feel its temperature. Feel its presence. This moment does not require improvement. This moment is already enough. And when you allow yourself to rest here, something very gentle occurs. The nervous system registers safety. The mind loosens its grip. Yet, life is always moving toward balance. Your body knows this. Your cells remember this. And when you stop interrupting the process with doubt, the process deepens on its own. Now, my dear, Let us gently bring this work into your everyday life, because healing is not something you visit once and then leave behind. It is a conversation, a loving dialogue you return to again and again. Each day, or whenever you feel the need, you may place your hand on the area of your body that is asking for attention. You do not need to diagnose it. You do not need to analyze it. Just place your hand there, as you would place a hand on the shoulder of someone you love. Cooperation. This is not weakness. This is wisdom. You may notice that when you speak to your body this way, something softens immediately. Even if symptoms remain, the struggle lessens, and when struggle lessens, healing accelerates. The body responds to respect. The body responds to kindness. The body responds to being included instead of controlled. This daily dialogue is not about perfection. Some days you will feel connected. Some days you will forget. And when you remember again that remembering itself is healing, there is no failure here, only returning. And remember, my dear, you are not doing this alone. You never have been. The universe is not a distant force watching to see if you get it right. The universe is the intelligence beating your heart, digesting your food, renewing your cells while you sleep. Life is not in a hurry, and life is not neglectful. It moves with exquisite timing. It knows when to act. Willingness to trust a little more than you did before. That is enough. That has always been enough. And each time you choose that willingness, the body receives it as love. So as we come to the close of this time together, let me remind you of what is true, even if fear sometimes whispers otherwise. You are not alone in this process. You are not forgotten. You are not being tested. You are being cared for, quietly, patiently, consistently. The universe does not rush you, and it does not abandon you. It responds to your openness with support you may not even see yet. And your body, my dear, your beautiful body, is responding in its own perfect way. You may want to let these words settle into you now, not as something to remember, but as something to feel. I relax into the care of life. Feel what happens when you say that, and then gently. And my body responds with healing. There is no drama here, no struggle, just a soft agreement between you and life, just a quiet yes. And so we end where we began, in kindness, trusting the process, trusting your body, trusting life itself. All is well, my dear. All is unfolding, and you are held, now and always,